If you want to create a happy and successful life, there are 4 pillars that you need to prioritize if you want to maximize your level of fulfillment and minimize the amount of stress that you face. Those 4 pillars are wealth, career, relationships, and well-being. And if you can learn to balance all 4 of those, you are finally going to feel like you are in control of your life. The reason why it's so hard to find that perfect balance in your life is because you have competing priorities. Let's say you wanted to pursue a relationship with someone. You might find yourself taking any job that you can just so you have some money in the bank to pay for those dates. Or if you wanted to just go all in on your career, that might leave you too exhausted to focus on health and working out and going to the gym. You might find yourself laying on the couch a whole lot more. The trade-offs that you make there are a natural part of life. We only have so many hours in our day and we can't really do everything that we want to. So you need to really focus on where you can have the most impact in leading towards a more successful life for yourself. Let's say you were to focus on building your wealth and creating a relationship with someone. You might find yourself at a super high-paying job that you don't really care too much about, but it's covering all your basic financial needs. In fact, it's actually helping your relationship with your partner. You can go on trips with them, you can buy them gifts. You don't have to worry about money at all. Where you may be sacrificing is in your own personal life. Are you at a job that is meaningful? Do you wake up every day wanting to go to work, wanting to be productive? And are you sacrificing your health? Are you eating healthy? Are you sleeping right? Are you doing all the things that are going to allow you to prosper as a person? Instead, let's say you were to focus on building your wealth and your career. You might find yourself at a super high paying job that you love. You are in charge of your life. You feel like you have everything under control, but you've distanced yourself from people around you. You don't spend time with friends. You're not pursuing anyone romantically. You're not focusing on exercising or eating healthy or anything else because you are doing your dream job and it's very high paying, but you've lost connection with the outside world. Or let's say you were to focus on your career and your relationship. You dive into something that you're passionate about. You find meaning in your everyday life and you have a partner by your side that supports you, that cares about you, and wants you to succeed. The only problem is you're dealing with financial stability. That's one of the biggest causes of relationship failures. It's a lot of stress on a couple to find out how they're going to pay their next bill, how they're going to get their next meal, how they're going to make ends meet. But instead, let's say you're focusing on your health and your wealth. You're taking care of your body, you're eating right, you're getting a good amount of sleep, and you're at a high-paying job where you're able to take care of all of your basic needs, no stress there, no worries. You're still going to struggle with developing personal connections because your focus is solely on yourself. You don't really have time or room to allow other people in, much less to make time for their needs as well. Or perhaps, let's say you're focusing on your health and your career. You're taking care of your mind, your body, your soul. You're pursuing your passion project. You're hustling, you're grinding. You don't have time for anyone else. Well, what you might be missing from the equation is outside support, outside assistance, people that can kind of be in your corner to cheer you on, to help steer you if you're making a mistake or if you're heading in a direction that's not going to ultimately be good for you. And finally, let's say you're focused on your health and your relationships. That may mean taking care of your body and having a loving partner by your side, but what you may be missing in that equation is finding a deeper sense of meaning and purpose in your everyday actions, knowing that you have a voice that can influence the world, but feeling like it's stifled because your only reach is within the small bubble that you've created for yourself. One super important thing to remember here is that depending on where you are in your life, your priorities and focus are going to shift. If you're in your early 20s, you might be more focused on your career, making a name for yourself, and not really concerned with a relationship. But as you get into your 30s, you might start to prioritize finding a partner, developing a relationship with someone, finding a job that you can have a sense of stability with. Another key detail to keep in mind here is that wealth, career, relationships, well-being, all those words may mean different things to different people. You may not be too concerned with finding a partner. Maybe instead you just want to prioritize friends in your life. Or the idea of wealth to you may be making $100,000 a year, whereas to someone else it may be making $1 million a year. That's why I think we should put the word success in quotations, because everyone's going to have a different perspective on what it means. But if you can maintain a sense of balance in those 4 areas of your life, you are going to feel a sense of financial stability. You are going to feel like you have a support system and people that you can turn to for guidance and help. You're going to feel a sense of having a path and a purpose in your life and waking up and doing things that are dignified. And you are going to prioritize your own well-being. You're going to take care of yourself. You're going to know that you matter. I think these are important things that you need to start thinking about. And I think that if you can actually put time and effort into finding where you need to work on each of those, you're going to feel a lot happier with your life.